So August 31st is the trade deadline, I'm pretty sure, Murph. So we got some possible trades for you or targets that the Yankees are going to look for. I'm going to start off nice and simple with a Marco Gonzalez of the Seattle Mariners. What are you thinking on that?
That was an interesting one. That was tempting. He's having a pretty decent season. Hasn't looked bad at all. Yeah, and the Mariners and the Yanks, they have a history of trading, right? A brief history. So
Yes.
Could get done. Be interested to see what that costs us, though, especially since at this point in the season, trading a Clint Frazier is going to be really tough with all the injuries we got. So it should be interesting.
Because you give up a guy like Clint Frazier, you don't know what he's going to do for the other team, but you're taking a bat out of our lineup that you need.
Much needed bat.
Another possible target, Michael Clevinger of the Indians. I mean, they've had a bit of a falling out after his hanging out outside of the facilities with like COVID rules and everything, and he just came back for them. I want to say and pitched after his little stint at the alternate site. But that asking price for Clevinger, man, is going to be.
That's going to be insane, especially since he's one of the better pitchers in the league right now. He was supposed to be the ace of the staff, right? Until Shane Bieber said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
I'm the ace.
Yeah.
And Clever just said, "I'm gonna go out of town. I'll see you later."
Yeah. Literally, he went out of town and went to the alternate site.
Yeah. So this is a really tempting guy because he's just, first of all, he shoves. He just straight shoves. Second of all, he's controllable through, I think, 2022, I want to say.
Yep.
So
it's a Yankee-friendly contract for the time being and the amount of money that we spent.
Very friendly contract. And I think this is something like if you're the Yankees, you may want to do it. Mm-hmm. It's going to hurt. And I mean, it's going to hurt bad. Because you're talking either a Clint Frazier or Andujar, or possibly, probably Garcia's gone, if I were to guess. You're probably looking at a guy like Albert Abreu gone because he's a pretty tempting guy. And then probably another pitching prospect. So you're talking about four guys for Clevinger.
And I love Clevinger. It's just there's a little bit of like locker room and team between the locker room and the team is always just not on the same page with the rules and everything. He likes to talk a lot, which again, it's good for baseball, but it's not good for the organization or the team sometimes. It's just that you're gonna lose a lot of players in a package.
It's definitely gonna be a culture thing too. It's definitely gonna be like, is he gonna be okay cutting the hair? Right, that's one. Is he gonna be okay with following the normal, like wearing the pinstripes and what it means to wear the pinstripes? Right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. But again, as far as the other starting pitchers in this trade market, I think he's definitely the number one guy to look for.
But the thing is, as soon as they go to Cleveland, all these pitchers that the Yankees get, they will be developed.
They're going to be dime pieces. They're all going to be studs.
Like, you saw it, like, they developed Shane Bieber, Clevinger, Bauer. They developed – and now Tristan McKenzie threw the 6 shutout innings for the Indians, I want to say, the other day. Which, I mean, like, they're churning out pitchers.
They're churning out pitchers left and right.
And it's just like, why can't the Yankees do this? We have to actually go out and trade and spend for pitchers.
We took their pitching coach. Why can't we have this?
Yes, why can't we have this? Damn it, Murph. It's just, yeah. I mean, the asking price is going to hurt.
It's going to hurt a lot.
But it'll be worth it if he complies with the Yankees rules. What I do not see happening is like a Lindor to the Yankees.
No.
Infield's too clogged right now, in my opinion. Even with injuries, it's still like he could take whoever's job it is with the injuries now, of course. But it's just like, where are you going to put like Torres? Where are you going to put Urshela? Where are you going to like? You can't just kick them off the roster or trade them because they're doing. Some of them are doing too good not to. Like, you got to keep giving them chances and stuff. And I'm pretty sure he wants to stay with the Tribe now, Lindor. Yes?
We'll see in the off season. We'll see when someone starts writing a check and he goes, I'm gonna go that way. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go that way. But yeah, that one's looking unlikely. Just too much the log jam in the middle of the field with Torres and DJ there.
I'm gonna give you one real quick that you probably, I don't know if you saw, but there's Kevin Gausman on the Giants, who's probably a very cheap asking price.
Yeah.
He throws 100. He's got some nice secondary pitches. I mean, it's the Giants. I don't know. I don't see them asking for like a Clint Frazier for him. And if the Yankees were, they'd probably just laugh in their face and hang up the phone.
I hope so.
Yes, and if Cashmen continue that conversation, we would have a major problem.
We'd have a problem. Yeah, you never know. I think he's more of a like buy low, and I mean really low, and see what happens. Maybe he turns out to be like the pitcher version of what we do with like a Luke Boyd, Tauchman, or Shella type of deal. But I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Yeah.
To be honest.
We got possible NL Cy Young candidate Trevor Bauer on the trade block. He's a 1 year kind of contract kind of guy. That's all he really wants when he signs with the team. And you're going to spend a lot to trade for a guy like him who brings a lot of publicity to your team, and sometimes it's not always good for the organization, but it's good for baseball. Do you make that trade if you're the Yankees?
This is like extremely tough for me because like I personally really like Trevor Bauer. I like what he's doing, like the social media, bring the king of baseball basically to an extent, right? Just bringing that clout to baseball. As far as pitching goes, he's had a really good year, to me to say the least. He's been pretty dominant. It's just, again, it's a culture thing, right? Is he going to mesh well, especially since he and Cole have history already back in the UCLA days?
They're not good friends.
They're not good friends, right? So they dislike each other, and do you really want to bring in a pitcher who's going to upset the ace, right?
Yeah.
Probably not. So that deal's looking less and less likely, but you never know, right? It could be one of those things where those two bury the hatchet just to win a chip. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
You said Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
He's been on the Yankees trade radar for, I want to say, like the past like 4 years.
Yeah. So the thing about Robbie Ray is abysmal season thus far. I can't lie.
Very bad.
Such a bad season thus far. But he's still got that strikeout stuff, right? So, and he's a left-handed pitcher, which the Yankees are going to need, especially, with the uncertainty of
not with J.A. Not with J.A.
Yeah. That's the one. So, I think Robbie Ray is pretty attractive, especially since he is having that bad year. The D-backs could look to sell him, and if the Yankees, you could try to buy him kind of low. Probably nothing like, hey, player to be named later, right? Nothing like that.
Nothing like that, though.
It's going to take a couple pieces, but maybe not as bad as if he was having like a shoving year,
it may be like a low, like a few, maybe like a Miguel Andujar and like a low prospect. That's still a lot, but it's still
a lot, but
still something.
To get Robbie Ray, who I think he's a very good pitcher, I just think this is, again, just happens. Guys have bad years, and I think this is his. And if any year you're going to have a bad year, this is the one, right? Odd season. You got plenty of excuses lined up as to why you had a bad year.
COVID, not being at home with your family, travel, horrible traveling conditions, not being able to have good cooked meals, horrible you never know when you're actually going to pitch kind of thing. Your schedule is all thrown off. So, yes.
Did I mention COVID?
Yeah. Did we mention the pandemic?
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, he's definitely a guy who'd be interesting in the Yankees again. Like you said, he's been on the radar for, like, it seems like every other season.
Yeah.
He's just been like, hey, Robbie Ray, should we trade for him?
Wow, he's still here.
he's still on the D-backs, despite him being in trade talks, but you never know. This could be the year.
You even mentioned Baltimore reliever Michael Givens. I think it's a possibility.
That one's more possible because he's definitely not going to cost that much. And if Baltimore tries anything, you just hang up, right? You just go, get out of my face. But
yeah,
hey, he's been really good thus far this year. Has he even given up a run? I don't even think he's given up a run. No, he's got a .77 ERA. So he has given up, but he's got 60 Ks, 11 appearances. You couldn't really ask for more. I think, especially with the departure of Conley and the uncertainty of Britton's coming back, I think it's not a bad idea to add another relief arm, which is probably what the Yankees are going to do. If I were to guess, they're probably going to err on the side of let's just make sure our bullpen is lights out.
Yeah. And then you have the worst pitcher always on the trade block for the Detroit Tigers. Detroit fans, if you ever watch this, it's not directed towards you. You guys just suck.
It's not directed at you. You just suck, though.
I just had to say that.
Okay.
Matthew Boyd, your guys' is ace, as much of an ace as it can get.
No.
Should I stop?
No, keep going. Keep going. You're already there. Just keep bearing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tigers, they swear this guy's a GOAT, right? I feel like if you ask any, like, analytic guru out there, they're like, this guy, like, if someone just polished him a little bit, he'd be, like, lights out the best pitcher in the league, right? He's got some nasty stuff. He's got some strikeout stuff, but ultimately, the earned runs seems to be an issue. And this year is nothing short of abysmal for him as well. It's pretty bad. Him and Robbie Ray are competing to see who can do worse.
Who can get traded first at a trade deadline every other year.
Who can do worse and who can
you're like,
traded.
Get me off this team. We suck.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly feel for those. They must, of course, they're gonna be happy that they're playing Major League Baseball, but like, they must be like, bro, like, I gotta play for this team again. Like, we suck.
So the worst part is, I thought the Diamondbacks were going to be a dark horse this year. I thought they were low-key kind of good, especially with the addition of Mad Bum. Boy, Mad Bum was like, nah, I'm going to take the check and I'm just going to go on the IL for a bit. Catch you guys later.
He's like,
One of these.
Ow, my shoulder. I got into another, like, BMX bike racing accident like he did with the Giants that one year. But
yeah, so he's another guy who's, like, buy low, but the Tigers would probably be like, all right, we want Miggy, we want Glaber, DJ,
Severino.
Severino. Like, bro, what?
It's like some of these guys, it's like one of those things like you won't even negotiate with what they ask for. It's just going to be like a hang up the phone kind of thing. But I only see Clark Schmidt being traded if it's for a guy like Clevenger.
I don't even see that, honestly. I don't think Clark Schmidt's getting traded. Period.
I know, I'm just saying in the realm
Garcia,
of possibilities. Garcia's definitely up there.
I think like Garcia. I'm getting the Sheffield vibes from Garcia, right? Sheffield, Yankees #1 pitching prospect, and it's like we're waiting for him to get the call up. He's not getting the call up. It's one of those things, right? And
what's keeping him back?
Yeah, and it's like the Yankees. You could tell the Yankees weren't high on this guy. They ultimately weren't feeling it, and that's why they dealt him. And I'm not mad at it. Especially if you look at him right now. He hasn't done anything. Zero. And I'm
you send him to Seattle to just, like, float off into the distance.
Just like, bro, we dodged a bullet, right? And so why hasn't Garcia come up, right? I'm getting those same exact vibes. This is a kid everyone was high on, right? I'm not going to lie. I was really high on Garcia even before everyone else was, like the year prior to when he blew up, right? Because you hear these games where he's racking up, like, 13-plus Ks, like, on a nightly basis. I don't know what it is, but Yankees clearly don't like something in Garcia is what I'm feeling. So I'd see him getting dealt before Clark Schmidt, like 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. Oh, no, I see that too, but I'm just saying there's only one scenario, and if it's like a Clark Schmidt and like a low-tier prospect for Clevenger, and that's it.
Okay, then I do that.
Yeah, but it's also like I think Clark's ceiling is 100 times higher than Deivi Garcia's right now. Just because, like, Garcia coming into this season was, like, everyone was very high on him. And then it went very quiet. But through the pandemic, you see, like, Clark Schmidt working out. You see him developing pitches. You see all this stuff. And it's like people are starting to – Deivi Garcia's still up there, but he's silently moving down, and Clark Schmidt moves up on top. And he showed it in the spring – in like the summer warm-up, whatever the hell you want to call it. And he's apparently still dominating at the alternate site, which he should be. And then now it's just making that kind of jump from alternate site to big league level, which I think needs to happen soon. This has been a running, not even a joke, a running topic on this damn podcast of, yes, when is it Clark's time to shine, damn it. It's Clark time. And when he gets called up, we just have to do an episode thanking the Yankees for We'll throw him a little party on the podcast, have a few beers and stuff, and maybe make him happy. Yeah. Well, that's about it for the trades for the Yankees. Please don't trade Clark Schmidt. Thank you. Have a good one.
It's just it's pretty cool. Not a lot of coaches I think would back it up and use that type of word, but I think we appreciate it, and we are a bunch of savages, and we got to keep going.